Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a double dipper today. It is Mixed Media Mayhem Friday. It's also day 6 of Scrap Squad's 12 days of Christmas Scraplifts. And this is the lovely page. It has 3 giant tags. I calculated them to be about 3.5 inches wide and various lengths, and I just used some scraps I had, and I've done several layouts in this that are going to kind of be together in the album, the Thanksgiving pages. And so in order to make these not look quite so much like tags, but to give, I rounded the corners on mine, and to give this sort of a curve up, this little knobbin that sticks up, I'm going to use these wood flares. So we'll see how that works out for me. And I have 2 photos that are going to kind of stretch across, and my arrangement of tags is going to be a little bit different. And we'll see what I have in the way of embellishments. I can tell you right now that I do not have a lot of greenery and florals. So what I think I'm going to do is cut a few of the florals that I have, and I'm not going to do this for the video. I'll do it after, and I'll cut out some of the flowers, and then I will die cut some greenery out of some of the papers I have. I'm going to kind of show you. I'm working with my December main kit from Hip Kit Club, and this is all I have left. So I was thinking I might die cut some leaves out of this purple and out of this yellow. Maybe pink. So those are some possibilities. And then the florals that I can fussy cut. Look, I made, for those of you who watched yesterday, I had made one of these, and I cut it in half, and I lost 1/2 of it. And I got up and went and die cut another one, and when I came back, the piece I had lost was sitting there on the floor underneath my chair. So I have this one for another project. I'm going to just kind of put it in there. But here are some florals that I can fussy cut. I'm going to put that out here. I haven't done it because I'm trying to get ready to go to a doctor's appointment. And after the doctor's appointment, I'm going to see Katie, and she's going to do my hair. And so nothing special. She's going to blow dry it straight. And she mentioned it was slow, so I decided I would go fill up some of her time. So there's some things here that I can fussy cut as well. Takes me a little while to do those because I'm still not in full control of my fussy cutting hand. Don't tell my doctor because I see him next week. I'm going to do my title out of these, but I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to put these scraps aside, and that's what I'll cut my greenery from, and those are my die cuts. So I've got things set right now. Let's just do the part that we're going to do. And, I have one more sheet of pattern paper from that kit, and it's this one. And I have one more fall themed page, not Thanksgiving Day, but fall themed photo that I can scrap. And I thought I would stencil some of those large maple leaves and then fussy cut them and kind of add them to this. I don't know. This is something special, and I want to make a special page. Okay, enough about that. let's go back to this. It has a frame, and I don't have any full sheets of paper, so I couldn't make a frame. So I'm going to do binding strips to make a frame around it. I'm using this craft paper, and these are the things that are going to go on it. And I'm not going to do my stenciling until the page is put together, but before I do the floral embellishments. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I will point out to you that it has a cluster here, a cluster here, and a cluster here. It looks like there's a frame kind of sticking out there. I don't know what I'm going to have for that. That's probably where some of that scrap paper will come in handy. Where did it go? Here it is. I could do something like, let me just cut a piece of this. This is going to anchor the cluster, and I would like a similar anchor on the other side of the page. So I'm going to cut 2 little strips, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, and here it is. Here's my corner rounder. I used to round corners a lot when I was making a lot of cards. I don't do it as much on scrapbooking layouts, but I like it when I do. Okay, so let's get I'm going to put some foam behind here, and it's going to be tricky because my foam sheets have not come in yet. I'm going to make this sort of like a pocket, because I have another photo that I'm going to, and maybe 2 more photos that I'm going to put in the, I'm just going to do that. Let's see. Okay. That will go on there, and then I'll have my other photo off to the side there. Okay. And I may have, like I said, I may have another one. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to put this first frame piece down. Get it in here. And these are all, like I said, branding strips from the same kit. And I absolutely, as you can tell, love this kit. I love the freshness of the non-traditional Thanksgiving fall type colors along with the traditional, because you can do any kind of page. I just absolutely, I've said this before, but it bears repeating. You just cannot beat the quality of the papers and the designs in Hip Kit Club. It's just very, for those of you who've been around for a while, you know I was a long time Mind the Scrap Kit member, and I before doing, I wondered what the fascination was with kits. I don't know, maybe 7 years ago or 8 years ago, And I looked into them, and when I looked at the latest offerings from kits, I wasn't, I don't know, it didn't blow me away. There was a lot in the few kits that I looked into, the kit clubs that I looked into, and I can't tell you if Hip Kit was one of them. There were a few more kit companies around in those days, so I couldn't tell you the names of the ones I checked. I will tell you that none of the all the ones I checked had let me get this. All the ones I checked had a lot of stuff in them that I wouldn't buy if I were out shopping. So that's kind of the measure of how I decided. And mind the scrap, absolutely every single item, pretty much. Every once in a while there'd be something. I don't like dimensional Prima type flowers, and occasionally there'd be some of those in there, but that's just kind of that was an exception, definitely an exception. Okay, so what I'm going to do is kind of place these things. I want the landscape to be as wide as possible. Let's see if I do that, and then I do this, either over or under, kind of scooch it in like that. That should work. Okay, so let's kind of get these guys down. Whoops, it's not sticking to the craft. Or it's sticking to the craft, it's not sticking to the cardstock, I guess. Okay, there. And then here. What was that? I dropped something on the floor. It's an embellishment. I will definitely pick that up. Okay, and now, let's say I put this here. I'm going to want this kind of slightly over. That'll work. I will, is that put them, I love that yellow plaid. Okay, and there. Okay, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna put some glue along this tape, or the foam, not tape, but whatever. And then I will have created the pocket that the other photos can go in. And do that. And then I've got this, which can go here or here, maybe. I'm going to do that. I like that introduction of that pink color. And it shows on the side of this, this is moving around, and I don't want it to. Okay, there, press that down. And here, I'm going to put this one down here. So we've got rounded corners. What I did not do is distress the edges of these, and the tags are all distressed. I suppose I could leave it because the frames are not distressed. Okay, make sure that stays down. Let me pull this back out, and we'll okay. Hopefully I can get it back in. Okay, that's good. Now, before I add the, what happened here? That moved. Oh, come on. I want that just in a certain place. And okay. Now let's do the stenciling. I'm gonna hope, well, actually, no. I'm not gonna do the stenciling yet, because I want to do the embellishing and then stencil on the craft, the part of the craft that shows. And I won't know that till I get the embellishments down. But I do need to think about how the, okay, I'm going to put this down right here, and this will anchor this cluster. I'm going to put some foam behind it so that I can tuck things in there. Okay, that's going to go right there. And then I have a little thing that says Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to put it on some foam. Do I want it there? I think I'm going to put the pie up there. Or maybe off this way. I'll figure that out. There we go. And then it's got Hey Autumn. I'm not going to use that. I'll save that. Let's see. I have this teapot and that pie, and let me get a little foam behind the teapot. right there, kind of under the photos, because I'm going to be sliding a photo in there, and I don't want anything kind of covering up that gap. So similarly, do I maybe want this that would block that gap? Let's see. I'm going to do a cluster right here, even though there wasn't one in the original. A cluster here, here, and maybe here. So, should I put the pie right there? Yes, I should. I should indeed. There's nothing interesting in the photo right there. And we did have a pie. We had a... And I think I've told the story earlier that we didn't think anyone was coming, would be home for Thanksgiving. And so James and I were trying to figure out plans for ordering in. And then everyone, kind of at the last minute, we found out everyone was going to be home. And so I had plans to make and turkeys to buy at the very last minute and all that good stuff. So I decided I wasn't going to let it bother me. I was going to be limited. It takes me a little bit longer to do things. And so I thought, no big deal. So I said, the one thing I will not do is worry about setting a holiday table, quote unquote. So it was a tablecloth that matched the color of the walls, like paper plates. We did have real stainless steel forks and knives, but I'm going to put this here, kind of, it's sort of like a room. This is hanging up on the ceiling, and then there's this, and there's this little piece right here that I might just put in here. It's not a particularly meaningful, image. Don't want to put it there because that's where my thing's going to go. Where should this go? Maybe down here. Again, where it's not blocking anything. Okay, so I'm going to put this small pink flare right there. I'm going to put this one that says cozy over on the blue sweater print. I love that pattern paper. And this fall plaid can kind of go right there. Okay, that is pretty much, well, let's see. I have some pieces. Let's see. Don't want to put anything they're off to the side, though. Don't you think there could be something more interesting than what's there? Like maybe that? I'll do that. And this kind of brings in that navy blue that's up here that kind of stands out a little bit. And right there, I can put, let's see, I have this little little guy. I kind of want to use it. I like putting that under there because it sets that up. I don't like putting things out so that they're, you know, I could use this, and I kind of thought of that, but actually this might go right there. I don't like that. The fact is, that's kind of not a usable bow. Okay, there. And I think we've got it to the point where I can do the mixed media. Okay, the recipe this week is stencil, texture paste, and splatters. So, my stencil, where did it go? My stencil is this one, which is from, I think, last year. And it has all kinds of fall words: crisp leaves, harvest, acorns, pumpkin, sweater, and thankful. So I'm just gonna kind of lay it down here and brush texture paste through it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. To keep it in place and to keep the words straight, I'm gonna tape it. So let's go right here. And I won't let it go up onto the photo cluster. I say that now. Okay. And my white, the reason I chose craft paper is because I was going to use white texture paste. And I don't have to do it so that absolutely every word is readable. I kind of want to do it in a way that's sort of abstract. But I do want this word thankful to be readable. So I'm going to do that one carefully. And then I'll just kind of brush over into the autumn part and the sweater, just kind of slightly showing a hint of a sweater, and then going up to have some leaves and apples and pumpkins and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to take it up, and that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do another bit kind of right there. And I got some on the frame, which I didn't do over there. I'm not thrilled with that, but you know, it's kind of cute, right? Let's go right here maybe and do a few things, and I'll get it on the frame. I want that I want at least one of the sweaters to be fully stenciled on. Okay. And why not bring it over here? Okay, there. And I'm going to just do some more kind of down so it looks like it goes all the way down. And I'm overlapping, and that's fine because I'm, like I said, I'm kind of going for something abstract, and I kind of, I need for the abstract messiness to look intentional. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'm going to go here and go down and try to get some. I went from being careful to, okay, now it has to look sloppy. And that's fine. I'm going to leave it at that. I will wash this stuff, and I tell you what I'm going to do is end the video now so that I can go get this washed, and then I will fussy cut those elements and do the clusters around here, here, and here, and then I will I'll do gold splatters, and that's the I'm going to use my Heidi Swap color shine, and I'll put splatters on. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.